Hello everybody, this is Howard the Teaser King coming to you with week 6 of college football. I'm going to do the game of the week right now. I had a huge week last week. Um, I went 12-4 in college and I left 6 or 7 games on the table. In the pros I think I was 9-2 and one of my losers was just a 5 unit on a real small one on Arizona. The other one was Kansas City. The locks all hit. I went. I had. I think I went 5-1 in my locks. I think I played 3 locks, 5-1. My pro lock won easily with Denver over Tampa, and I had to wait for it to finish, but thank God they finished the game. And then the Louisiana Tech and Western Michigan over was a beautiful one, and North Carolina over was a beautiful one. So these over-unders, if you get the right number, it's a very good bet. And like I said, the over-unders are, all the betting is about the spread, is about the number. If you get the right point spread, it's a lock. If you don't, and it's too much risk, it's not a lock. So you got to look for the right numbers. So last week I had them, some good over-unders. This week seems to be a lot more over-unders that I can play, and there's some games, but not as much. It's just the way it lines up. Some weeks I know I'm going to have a good week. I told you I was going to have a good week last week. Check the tape. And I knew I was going to because I had the good matchups. And some weeks you have a bad matchup or you overplay a team. Like I locked Michigan State a couple weeks ago, and now I wouldn't bet on them the rest of the year because now I see that they're really not that good, and they have a lousy quarterback. And unless the coach changes quarterbacks, I don't think they're going to win another game the rest of the year. So with that said, now I've got a better feeling for teams, and I know how to play them and what to avoid. So yeah, you played Michigan State, they killed Notre Dame, but that happens. But now you get a better feel of the team. So let's go to a game I really like is USC and Colorado. Colorado has looked really well. They've scored a lot of points. They played well at Michigan to put up, I think they lost 48-24, 26, something like that. And they looked really, really good till the quarterback went out. Well, the backup quarterback's looking really, really good. And USC's had quarterback issues. They're starting a freshman, I believe, some new kid. It's good the first game, but then once the film comes out on you, you know how to defend them. The kid's not so good anymore. So the line's USC laying 5. The over-under is 63. Colorado I look at as an over team. They're scoring 40 a game. USC I look at as an under team. I don't think they score that much. They did blow out, I think, Arizona State. I think Arizona State last week. They have a very weak defense. Their quarterback got hurt. Whenever you get the blowout and there's turnovers, they give the team the ball. That's what happens to it. So it ends up looking a lot worse than it was. Colorado's looked very good. They won at Oregon. Again, at Michigan, they played them all they wanted. So, if the quarterback doesn't get hurt, I think they beat Michigan. So the spread's 5. I really like Colorado in 11 here. Colorado has shown that they're a very good team, and the spread's not right here. This spread should be Colorado favored. They go into Oregon and win, and they had them beat badly, and Oregon came back a little bit. I just like Colorado in 11 here. I don't see how USC blows them out. This isn't a normal USC team. The quarterback, like I said, is weak, and now you've seen him a little bit. But Colorado's scoring, and I don't think USC is going to shut them out. That's not going to happen. I think Colorado puts up at least in the 30s here, and that means USC's got to put up 41 at least to cover the 11, and I just don't see how in the world that's possible. Over under, I think I would play it over because it's Colorado. Um, they're laying, it's a 63 over under. You could probably go over 57. I don't think USC's got the dominating defense they had with Clay Matthews and all those star linebackers. So basically, I'm looking at, if you just took the points out of it, who's going to win the game? USC, Colorado. I think is pretty even. I think you take the dog, and I think Colorado's a live dog this year. And this is what I talk about when I game during the year. In the beginning, I don't know Colorado. They weren't ranked like they were going to be all that good. And they come out of the gate and they kill Colorado State, and Colorado State's not that good. But when they played Michigan and they moved on Michigan like nobody, and then they go and they beat Oregon and they beat Oregon State last week and they're killing them. This team's for real. And again, this spread's wrong. This spread, probably Colorado should be favored here. But they're not popular. And again, the spread is the popularity contest. What makes the betting even? Not that USC is 5 points better than Colorado, which they're not. If you really look at it, Colorado probably is a 7-point favorite in this game. You have the wrong spread. You got a live dog. Take Colorado in the 11 here. I can't imagine them losing. If they do lose, I can't imagine them getting blown out unless the kid quarterback is just something phenomenal. Well, let me give you the other half then. We'll stay in the Pac-10. Stanford laying 7.5 to Washington State. Again, I think you have a very live dog. Washington State killed Oregon. They played Boise really tough, which is a good team. Stanford shows their weakness. They don't have a quarterback. You key on McCaffrey. Their defense, I don't think, is really going to stop Washington State. Stanford's laying 7.5. They're an under team against an over team, and Washington State has no problem scoring on anybody. So you really look at it again, I think you have a live dog who scores against kind of a weak favorite. And what I mean by that is Stanford's not going to score a whole lot. I watched them against UCLA, and really UCLA's got them beat, and then they get a touchdown with like 20 seconds left, and then they scored late on they do with the laterals, at the end of the game. Like, it's so stupid now. There's no chance it's going to work, so stop doing it. And I think they scored on that. But basically, they beat UCLA by 3, and I think Washington State's got a much more explosive offense. I just don't see Stanford staying with Washington State in this game. Again, I think I give Stanford credit for being favored at home, but I think Washington State is the better team here. Like my friend asked me, Oregon, Washington State last week. I love Washington State. I played them 2 or 3 times, and he goes to me, well, you think they'll stay close? And I said, they're the better team. They're going to win outright, and they killed them. And I just don't see how Stanford's going to stop them. It wouldn't surprise me to see Washington State win. You get 13 points in Washington State. That's unbelievable. That's as good as Colorado in 11 against an average USC team. Stanford obviously is not going to score a lot. They're not going to get more than 20. So all I need is 7 points from Washington State, and there's no way they're not going to score in the at least the high 20s, if not 30s in this game. And their defense is very good. They put up 50 on Oregon, and they put up, like I said, they lost to Boise like 31-28, which I thought would be more high scoring. I like Washington State and the points in this one. So you have 2 very live dogs against 2 very sort of weak favorites. They're not blowout type favorite. If Washington State's the favorite, you're worried, they're going to blow them out. But Stanford, they don't score a whole lot. Maybe they get 20. All you need is 7 from Washington State, and believe me, minimum's 28 here, probably in the 30s. So live dogs, Washington State plus 13.5. Colorado plus 11. It might even be 10 at this point. Take the dogs. There's your teaser. Solid. Really, really solid. One other thing. If you're playing a multi-team parlay, either a parlay or a teaser, 5, 6, 7 teams, You have got to leave the last game free to trap, and you must trap. If you have a 5-team teaser, that 5th team should be the Monday night game or the Sunday night game, or in college it should be a pro game. And if you go through the first 5, let's say you go through the first 4 and you win them all, that 5th game should be a pro game. You need to trap it for half the money, and you can't lose. I'm tired of people not understanding the concept of trapping and being able to win a lot of money if they just bet the other team they can't lose, and not understand that concept. It blows my mind. So you must understand multi-team teasers or parlays. You must leave a trap game. That's a game going on when no other games are going on. So if it's college, pick a pro game. If it's the pros, either Sunday night or Monday night is your closer. And then if you're going to win $1,000, then that last game's got to be bet for $500, and you're guaranteed to win $500. If it's a teaser, you could win them both. You can't lose them both. And if it's a straight parlay, then you again go 5 and you either win 1,000 and lose 5, or you win 5 and lose, the 40 or 50 that you bet on the parlay, and you win either way. It's very simple, but you have to do that. You can't not get that part. And if you're going to gamble at all, you have to understand that. You've got to get that. When you make a bet that you can't lose, you've got to make the bet. All right, everybody. Well, good luck. Again, www.teaserking.com. I have 6 locks going. A really strong one. I have one really strong, a 21 unit. The others are my normal 11 unit locks. Really huge college pro lock. College, a couple of locks, and 2 in the pros. So it's a great week to buy it. As you can see, I was red hot last week. I expect to be hot this week as I learn the teams. All of a sudden here comes the Colorado, which you can't see, and now you start pounding them. So that's what you look at here. So good luck. www.teaserking.com. If you want me as an advisor, I'm going to help you with your picks. I'm not going to say this is the lock. If you want me as an advisor, you got to buy the lock. I can't give it to you. But as an advisor, I can tell you, here's the team. I just won't say it's a lock, and I'll say, I bet so many units on this team, and you just have to understand. Or if you like one team and I like the other, I'm telling you, and I'll back it up with statistics. But basically, the role of me as an advisor is how to bet, how to win, what teams that I like. I'll give you what I like, and then you can give me what you like, and I can say I don't like this one, I like this one, and we can go from there. And it's just $50. As far as percentages, if you want to play a 10-team teaser, it's I'll take 20% on the winnings. But again, it's I'll do that without really that, but I would like something up front, just so I don't have any problems there. So I'll do all that. That's what I've been doing now. So don't mind helping as an advisor, and the same thing with a percentage, but you got to show me your slip, and then we'll have no problems there. So anyway, have a good weekend. Good luck to you. Again, www.teaserking.com. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the video.